It's 7 p.m. It is Monday night, and your week of racing starts right here. Now, it may be a school night, but the big boys are here, and they're in Barcelona showing off their new cars and their new colours. It is going to be an exciting commencement, shall we say, to the season 10. But that's right. We are 10 seasons old, a decade of racing under our belts. Let me just press pause because you won't hear the noise. There we go. A decade of racing under our belts with our paws touching every circuit in recent years contained within F1 games. We are an esteemed company lasting at least 10 seasons, alongside the likes of The Simpsons, The X-Files, Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, The Big Bang Theory, and of course, Murder, She Wrote. Therefore, what we do, we promise you, well, the comedy of The Simpsons, with the crimes of my commentary being out of this world for The X-Files. Chris Bailey is playing Jessica Fletcher. That bouffant hair, Chris, is certainly something to behold. And of course, what would be complete without the Teesside mob coming up with their own theory for the Big Bang. Now, Hodgson is definitely Sheldon, Ryan is Howard, and Morgan, who is not with us at the moment and he's in the Falkland Islands, is Rajesh. Now, our very own Martin Hills, he is Horatio in CSI Miami. Yes, they did last 10 seasons. But let's not forget our very own Chuck Simba Norris, a black belt in Fishy Lion Tang Soo Do. And we also even have a Dolores Van Cartier who has kept herself looking youthful since Sister Act, the movie, in 1992. Now, I have been told that she recently went down on her knees. No. These scriptwriters went down to Tier 3, not on her knees, to rejuvenate her youthfulness for racing. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have over 100 active Discord users, drivers around the world, covering all parts of the UK, along with countries including the USA, Canada, South Africa, Germany, Belgium, Holland, Spain, South Africa, Poland, Portugal, Romania, and not forgetting occupied France, amongst others. We have the world covered. Now, we have a full-time administration function that don't get paid. Apparently there's a yellow vest revolt in there somewhere. Anton, I'll ask you about that shortly. Along with commentators who make it a duty to bring you all the facts, not just about Formula 1, but everything. We are less controversial than a Gary Lineker tweet. I promise. But we just love racing. We love our F1 games and our PlayStations. What could bring many people around one common goal? Just don't mention the war. It's MRC, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Get the race times in your diary, folks. Monday 7pm Tier 2, 8:45 Tier 1. Wednesday 7pm Tier 3, 8:45 Tier 4. And Friday 7:30pm MRCX. And welcome, of course, to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, a 4.6 kilometre circuit located in Montmeló in Spain, near to independent Spain's capital city, Barcelona. Long stripes, a variety of high and low speed corners. It's a circuit which demands a nice balanced setup, and Genie has that already. It can at times bring us wet weather, and the track is demanding of the car's aerodynamic qualities. Joining me tonight is a man who began life as a Liverpudlian boy dangling his ding-a-ling in the Liverpool docks watching Richard and Judy film this morning, and has blossomed into a French superstar. He is a friend of the Yellow Vests and the King of France, and a sensational Tier 1 race. What are these scriptwriters up to again? He is the ADP to Sky's PDR and the European Union's answer to Lily Savage. Let's welcome Anton de Pompadour. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling ecstatic after such an entrance. Thank you very much for having me tonight.
Yes, this is season 10, the entrance. You're going to make me just talk like this all night now. We're going to have a bit of French-Scottish accent.
I think people are going to struggle to understand us if you're both speaking like that, you know.
No.
Scottish is already hard enough, you know.
No, the language is oui, that's what we like. Who would have thought it? A Scotsman and a Frenchman being in the commentary box at the same time. Surprise, surprise! Dumbest Hornet, talking of surprises, he's more used to, I was going to say talking of surprises, he did go quickest, but Sociopath just beat him. So, the older Hornet brother hasn't gone well. However, It is season 10. The new teams, the new driver lineups. Some of them like it, some of them don't. I'm sure some of them who are in the Mercedes don't like anything, to be perfectly honest. Kaiser Soze and Ryan being one of them. Wazza is in the Haas for this evening. But how do you feel about single track being in the Alpine, your countryman's car?
Well, I'm hoping that he's going to fly the colors high. I raced a little bit with him in practice. He looked like he had some good pace. So I think it's a very good choice to have him in Alpine, especially since he's got his seat.
Well, it does now. Interestingly, his teammate, Alpine, up the top, sociopath, provisional pole. How good is that? There is our reigning Tier 2 champion in the McLaren. He's definitely not French. He's from Teesside. His new name is Sheldon. That's it. In 7th at the moment. I suspect, actually, thinking about this season, I think it's going to be very close. I think there's going to be a lot of drivers who are going to have the potential to win over the course of the season, including this one here, Mr. Fanning, in the AlphaTauri.
My compatriot.
Well, yes, exactly. Your compatriot from the Liverpool, back in the days of being at the River Mersey.
Yes,
when they used to sing Ferry up the Mersey, da 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 da.
I feel ashamed because I do not know that I do not know my own culture, so... Yeah,
Shocking.
Sorry about that.
Shocking. To be fair, I was going to call you sort of Anton de Gerard, but then I thought that wouldn't be good because you might slip up in the finale. That wasn't going to be good. That wasn't going to be the plan. I promise, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no issues tonight, no controversial comments. That kind of ceased already. Let's see what Fanning can do as he comes through the final part of the chicane, which won't be here in this year's game. Well, if Codemasters get it right, that is. But let's see what you can do as you come across the line, and he does. 3rd place. 1,000th behind Dumbest Hornet. So good laps there already. And we've got Alex in the Alfa Romeo. He's on his outlap. We'll do a lap of Spain. We'll do a lap of Spain. Here we go. Lap of Spain with Alex. So a 1,000 metre long pit straight as he flies down it just now. Turn 1, it's the main overtaking point at Catalonia. Here you go, braking zone, end of the long DRS straight. The inside and the outside are equally as difficult for overtaking. Now you want to hold this line now as we go through turn 1, 2, 3, and then up to turn 4, ultimately. Nicely done there. Very much want to get the speed early out of this as we come now down into turn 5. Remember, turn 4, if you're a Mercedes fan, look away now. Rosberg, Hamilton, it was Hamilton's fault. As they now come down in through the kink that is turn 6 and into turn 7, the kind of little chicane you've got to watch that you don't get onto the yellow sausage curb now coming into the first DRS zone. As we go through, nicely done for Alex there as he comes now down that straight, ultimately coming down into the newly profiled left hander there. Nicely done by Alex. He needs to get the front end in a little bit more, gets on the curb here. You've got to watch that you don't tip the rear end round. Now coming down into the chicane. Nicely done there, get the front end gripping here, avoid the sausage curbs on the exit, otherwise they'll spin you around, and Alex nearly went round there, coming around the final turn 16, and he's going to come across the line, and does he go? Into second. That was a good lap.
I'm having a look at Foxy. He's 3 tenths up on his sector 2.
Yes.
So he's looking very good to get the top 3 right now.
Yes. Oh, he's bailed.
Right, so the commentator's curse has already
it has already happened. It has. Oh, Doris has gone round in the Haas. Went for a little spin there. Let's see, Hodgie is on his preparation lap for his second run in the McLaren, our Tier 2 champion. Let's watch as he goes. We'll jump on board with him. 7 minutes 43 seconds to go in the race so far. Mark now down to 11th after Wazza up into 7th place. Mark gets the McLaren turn nicely in, coming through 1. You've got to watch on the outside of 2 that you don't, or the inside of 2 that you don't get on the curb and spin you around. Now coming all the way down to 3 and 4. Don't want to run too wide in 3. That'll compromise you going into 4. Let's see now, come down into 5. Nicely done. Brakes. Hits the apex. You can take the outside line there and try and get a bit of a better run. Womack's now up into 6th place in the Red Bull, just over a 10th and a half behind Sociopath. Let's see, Mark now hangs it out into that first DRS zone now, coming all the way down. Let's see what he is against his previous time. He is 2 and a bit tenths, so this would lift him to around about 7th if he continues. Let's see as he comes towards the tail. We'll jump to Monster in a second. Eddie Dust goes quickest. 1:17.9, half a second. That is a stonker of a lap.